Right then.
Right
Evening
there.
all.
Hello.
Lots of people here already, and it was funny to see when I just checked a few minutes ago. Kevin was here at 20 to 6. So Kevin's the winner this week. Sean, come on, Sean. But Sean was there at 7 minutes past 6. So, and Jack was early too. So lovely to see you all. Lots of people in the chat already. So obviously we're here to answer any cruise questions you have and any travel related questions. And obviously we're here to share obviously our ventures and whatever else we feel necessary at the time.
We could be talking about anything.
Who knows? In this chat, we've had Green Shield stamps, we've had
Angel's Delight.
So let's see what happens. But we've had on our last live, which hopefully you watched, we had our lovely travel agent Dan, who saved the day because our Wi-Fi went down, and he did brilliantly, didn't he?
He did.
So if I'm sure Dan said he normally comes and watches. So if you're there, Dan, so thanks so much. We've got Paulie managed to, how good he is at DIY, managed to actually put a new hub in, and it's working, fingers crossed. He had a few choice words and a few things thrown across the room, but actually went too bad, were you really?
Oh, that is like such a fib. She is.
You did have a few choice words, Paulie.
It was very confusing, to say the least. Because there looked like there wasn't enough bits, and then there was too many bits, and then it was all flashing the wrong colours, and oh my god.
Yes. But anyway, we're back, and hopefully we'll be here for the next hour. So if you do have a question for us, write question in capitals, and then your question afterwards so that we can see it, because the comments go so fast, it's hard to keep up sometimes.
And obviously any DIY questions or electronics, Wi-Fi, anything like that, I'm your man. So
no, he's not. No, he's not. So anyway, so let's have a look. Actually, why don't we talk about the group cruise? Because I know every time we go live, people ask us about a group cruise.
Scarily. Do you hear this? So we've never said we're going to do a group cruise. All of a sudden, why don't we talk about the group cruise? How did that bombshell come around?
Well, I just want to update people just to say that obviously us, Paul and Carole of Travel, and Dan have been having some serious conversations about a group cruise. There seems to be the interest out there. What I'm going to do after this live is I'm going to put a poll on our Facebook and Instagram. So if you don't follow us already, make sure you follow our Facebook page and our Instagram account. I want to just see what interest there is out there, because I don't want to go to all the hard work of doing all the research and there not be any interest or not many.
But we do want to point out that this group cruise, we're talking 2025.
Yes.
So not next year, because we've already got a fair bit going on.
Well, and lots of people have made plans already, haven't they, for next year? So
we're thinking, are we saying dates or just...
Well, June, July, 2025.
June, July, we want to be... I don't know what I'm allowed to say, because you'll tell me off.
Well,
obviously, because we're British-based, we want our first initial one, we want to do it at Southampton.
Yeah.
So we will try and accommodate anybody from overseas. So I know that there's all sorts of weird stuff about you can't book unless you.
Well, we have to look into.
So we need to look into all that stuff. But that's just sort of the upshot of it.
The likelihood it's going to be 2025, June or July. It's going to be a week's cruise, and it's going to go out to Southampton. We're waiting for all the itineraries to come out. Dan's just on it, and we're just going to see if anything fits. So we will keep you posted, and like I say, I'll put a poll out and do let us know. Do give us a vote of yes or no. We won't be offended if you said no. And if there are particular itineraries out of Southampton you'd like to do, then write that in the comment too, because it'd be interesting to see your thoughts. Anyway, let's get back to the comments and see who is here. So Tony's here. So hello there, and also Striker Maguire is asking, hi guys, I recently watched your Red Sea cruise video with Morella Petra. Looks amazing. Would you recommend this cruise?
Yes, we would.
We would. However, at this time, there's a lot of unrest in that area, isn't there? Yeah. So I'd be quite nervous about it doing it now. However, once the whole sort of Red Sea, Sudan area settle, I don't know if it'll ever settle down, but I just think you have to be mindful of going through the Red Sea. Is not always, well, it's just a risky area, isn't it? And for me at this time, I don't think I would know. However, as an itinerary, I would definitely recommend it.
Are you trying to say that it might not be plain sailing?
Maybe. But yeah, so it was a fantastic itinerary.
It was
Petra
wonderful.
was just unbelievable, wasn't it, Pauline?
One of the most spectacular things I've ever seen
Yeah.
in my 37 years on this planet.
Yeah. And Morella, we love Morella. How many years? I didn't clock that. 37.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So, and like say Morella, we're on Morella in June, and we can't wait because we haven't done one for a couple of years, obviously, since the pandemic. So we're looking forward to that.
We have done the Morella before we get corrected because we did the.
Oh, I keep forgetting about
we did electric sunsets. Luckily, one of us hasn't got a memory of goldfish.
Yeah, Electric Sunsets is on sale at the moment. They sold about 50% of their tickets now, haven't they?
And you can still book it using the link on our website.
Yes. Yeah, we're affiliates with Morella. So if you do decide to book a Morella cruise and you want to book it online, if you book through our website, then we'd be very grateful. It doesn't cost you any more. Just helps us get a little bit of a few more pennies in the bank.
We might get a few shillings out of it ourselves.
Exactly. So yes, Striker Maguire, I would definitely do the itinerary, but I'd just be mindful of what's going on at the moment. So, and Amy's here. She finally got the night off work to watch us live. So thank you so much for taking the time to do that. Ken's here, so it was good to see Ken and Lindsay. And Meorf is from Bartlett, Tennessee. Ooh. Wow. And Vermont.
I'm wondering, going back to...
I was number 9. Yes, give us a thumbs up as well.
I wonder if Bartlett, is that where those red potatoes come from that they used to advertise on the TV? Maybe Meorf could tell.
In Tennessee.
Yeah.
I don't know. Let us know.
Let us know.
Scotters is here. It was good to see you, Scotters. We've seen you soon in the Lake District, so that'll be lovely. We've had a toothache today, so you guys can cheer me up. Oh, that's not nice.
That, but...
Yeah. And Bob and Holly are here from sunny San Diego. We've had sunshine today, actually, haven't we?
We've had some lovely sunshine.
Yeah.
And trying to think of all the exciting things that's happened. I plugged the modem in, the new modem thing, which works.
Hub.
I bought a new lawnmower.
Oh, yes.
I haven't got it out of the box yet.
I've got my holiday nails on.
Yeah. And I have, funny enough.
Yeah. Anyway, Kirsty's asking, so anyone flown to Bologna?
Bologna.
Why can't I say words? For a Royal Caribbean cruise departing from Ravania to RCO Potter Shuttle. If anyone's in the comments or in the chat, if you know the answer to that, then help Kirsty out. We don't know because we've not done it.
She can't even say the words. How do you expect Carole to know? She can't even say. She can't say Bologna. She can't say Ravina.
No, but you can. So that's why we're a good couple at Paulie, because you can help me out. Oh, Tom and Dom are here. They've just come off Ambassador. So lovely to see you guys. And we had fun in Cardiff. So can't wait to catch up with you guys again. And we've got lots of other people here. We've got Chrissy and Karen. It's even sunny in Manchester.
I don't believe that.
Yeah, there was rains there. Joe's asking, we're doing an NCR cruise to Oz, New Zealand. Please can you share your must-dos and anything to avoid for 4-day in Eden, Burnie and Melbourne? We also have 5 days in Sydney. Well, funny to say that, actually, Joe, because I've literally, it's been a bit of a week, and I've literally just uploading our Sydney episode, which covers 3 days of our trip we did with Azamara. So make sure you watch that. That's out tomorrow at 6. We did loads, didn't we? We love Sydney.
I don't know where Burnie is, but obviously we did Eden. We did 5 days in Melbourne, but that video won't be out for a while because we're going to fit
It'll be about 3 weeks.
Yeah, but we're going to try and fit some other stuff in before that.
Eden was where we missed our excursion, if you caught our episode last week. So we didn't get to see a lot of Eden. We were supposed to go to the we got told off for saying it the wrong way, and I got to Marambula
which
National
is wrong,
Park.
But I don't know. We're English. We can't pronounce these funny Australian words.
No, and we're not sure what you mean with Burnie. So let us know who Burnie is. Not who Burnie is, where Burnie is.
But Melbourne was fabulous.
Yeah.
Ride the free trams, go to Chinatown, eat some fabulous food.
Yeah.
It's just a real
walk all the way down the river as the sun's setting. It's beautiful.
Yes, it's lovely.
And they got a massive casino there if you liked a bit of a flutter. Melbourne, we loved it, didn't we?
We did, yeah,
we loved Australia. But Sydney and Melbourne were definite highlights, weren't they? So as well as Perth and the rest, to be honest. So yes, we hope to get to New Zealand at some point. That's not going to be for a couple of years now, is it? But Maureen's here, and Marco looks. So let's have a look. He's Marco's asking, have you ever been tempted by Silversea? Yes, all the time. But sadly, our budget doesn't always agree with their prices.
We've got Silversea's aspirations, but we've got P&O money.
Yes. Oh dear. So yes, we would love to, because it looks amazing. We did a visit to the Silver Cloud, didn't we, in London? They do look fabulous. So it is on our to-do list. We were just waiting for that time where we snap up a
well, pre-pandemic, which seems like about 400 years ago, when Carole was still working, and it was like I had an email through, and it was like, go tomorrow, and it should have been something ridiculous like £6,000 for a week, and it was down to about £1,200 for a week. And that's the sort of thing that we'd have been all over now.
Yeah.
But of course now you never see anything like that. But
well, we haven't.
But if it came up, it'd almost be, we wouldn't even care about the itinerary. If it was that sort of money, we'd be
exactly just to experience Silversea, because we have heard just fantastic things. I'm just going to scroll down a bit to like them all. Bernier's Tasmania. Oh. Okay. Right. Yes. No, we didn't go there. We did try and find an itinerary with Tasmania, but it's quite hard to have one that had everything that we wanted. And to be fair, Asamar's itinerary was brilliant, wasn't it, Pauline? So, and Robert's just popped in as well. Hi, Robert. Hope you're doing well. Sorry I missed the past few lives. Got back from Arvi's fantastic transatlantic and stuff. Yes, been watching your post, Robert. You look like you had a fabulous time. Arvia does look fab. We love Iona, so we're definitely going to be doing Arvia at some point,
definitely.
Aren't we?
And Robert, in case you didn't know, is the biggest cruise vlogger
in Guernsey.
In Guernsey. I'd even go as far as say the Channel Islands, the whole of the Channel Islands.
And it's very hard to get to Guernsey because it's always very windy.
Yes.
So anyway, let's go.
It's been quite windy in our house today, actually.
Anyway, so Chris Moran. I wonder if that's my cousin, Chris Moran. There's no photo. Let me know. I'm going on my first cruise in August, Trans-A across to New York on the QM2. We're on a transatlantic in August, but we're going the other way. I'm going to get a dinner jacket for the formal nights. Do I need another jacket for the non-formal nights? No, you don't. You could just have a short sleeve shirt, couldn't you? Paul tends to wear.
They do like you to have a jacket, but it's not a deal breaker. But obviously on the formal nights, yes, definitely. It doesn't have to be a dinner jacket for the formal nights. If you've got a suit on, that's quite acceptable. But you will find that the vast majority of people on a Cunard cruise will dress up.
Yes.
So if you don't dress up,
yes,
there's limited places you'll be allowed to go. Like every day you get your cruise
program,
whatever they call it on Cunard, I can't remember, but each day they'll say, right, today the dress code is this.
Yeah.
And we recommend you wear this. And when it's a formal night, they'll say, right, this is the dress code. If you don't want to wear this dress code, the places you can go to eat are as follows. And it'll be this, and this. So that it's all very straightforward once you're on there. They tell you what to wear. If you're not buying the whole dinner suit, rather than buy a dinner jacket,
tuxedo, you mean?
A tuxedo type jacket. I bought I just got like a blue blazer I bought, which goes with virtually anything. So you could wear that on a formal night with a nice coloured dicky bow tie or a waistcoat underneath or whatever, and then it covers you for all eventualities.
Yeah. Exactly. I think for Cunard you have your tuxedo and you just have another jacket, but you don't have to wear it everywhere, as Paul said. So let's have a look.
I can, mate, because it's quite amusing. I just read that.
So Ken goes cruises. Now you have a new lawnmower. Is Paul considered to take lawnmower racing?
Well, okay. I, as some people may or may not know, I do motor racing anyway, amateur motor racing on grass. I've currently got 2 cars, none of which are ready, and the first qualifying round for the Nationals is on Sunday, so it's not looking very promising. And plus, it looks like it's going to rain, and I'm like a fair weather racer. So once maybe I got my 2 race cars ready, then I'll think about getting my nephew out a wild to see Tommy mower and see if I could do something with that.
Yeah, I guess so. I was just thinking about the weather. Even though we've had a sunny day today, it's been so wet. Just I never met you, but you feel like a cool aunt and uncle. Love your videos and how you both come across. Oh, thank you so much.
Well, that's okay, Joe, as long as you're about 17. If you're like 45, I'm going to be really upset about that comment. But if you're a youngster, that's very kind of you to say.
Right then, so Alfie's here as well, so it's lovely to see Alfie, and Caroline's joined too, and Claire. So lovely to see you all managed to clean off the mud from the weekend. We did. We went away in our motorhome on the weekend to a festival in Stratford-upon-Avon, and it was I loved being away in our motorhome. It's just being outside, whether it's raining or not, and we just had it's all weekend, but we had such a fab time, didn't we?
We had a fabulous time. I must admit, we were very lucky to be in from our friends Doolittle Campers. They introduced us to a gang of people who just specialise in motorhome vlogs. Yeah. And obviously we have done some motorhome vlogs a few years back, and they welcomed us in with open arms. They did. And we had a fabulous weekend. We did. Yeah. So it was just a fantastic weekend. Despite the awful weather. And then we saw a band called the Britpop Boys. They played on the Saturday night, and they do all sort of 90s, Blur, Oasis, all that sort of stuff. And then we put some things on Instagram about it. And then the keyboard player said, J-Dog, I believe his name was. It was J-Dog. He said, I follow all your cruise vlogs. So it's quite weird that we were up dancing. Yeah. And I wonder if he spotted us when we were... I don't know. It was dark in the beer. When we were going mad dancing. We were dancing around in our wellies. Because it was even muddy inside the beer tent. But he said he always has the flag over the front because he's going because he loves P&O. Big P&O fan. So he's on P&O Iona soon. We just thought he had the Union Jack flag on his piano because they were the Britpop boys. Yeah. But no, it was a homage to P&O. Yeah, it was a fun weekend. So, and Kevin's saying he's got faith in your Wi-Fi, Paulie. So thank you, Kevin. What's the matter? It's no good me doing it if you don't do it as well, is it? Really? Give me the heads up what you're doing. Yeah, but I can't you. Let's pretend we're throat. No, trouble is everybody will switch off now because we haven't got Dan Bayless out. No, exactly. Oh, that would have been great though. It would have. Grant's here. Love to see you, Grant. Good day. It's time for my weekly laughs presented by my doctor. Thank you very much. You're welcome. Thank you for following and joining in with the fun. Scottus was saying that Angel Light was just posh for us. Tin fruit with Tip Top. I'm sorry, Scottish. Don't be saying Angel's Delight was too posh, and then you're having fruit cocktail. I'm sorry, but fruit cocktail we could never afford that. It'd be, if we were lucky, it'd be pear halves. Yes. And in all fairness, that Tip Top cream, poured on the top. And weirdly, my brother, who I do love dearly, he would have sometimes he'd have custard over his tin fruit, and then he'd mop it out with bread and butter. Is that yes. Is that the weird? Is that the weirdest thing ever? And he would also have condensed milk sandwiches. Oh my gosh! Can you beat that? Tooth. Let us know in the comments. So let's see. Candyman is asking, did you get much sun on your Iona balcony as it looked quite sheltered? No, because the weather wasn't very good. However, the bit but toward the half towards the door is very sheltered. You don't get sun on there, but the other half you do, because we've had those types of balcony. If you're not sure what we're on about, we had a video go on Tuesday that's gone crazy well, hasn't it? It's gone bonkers, about our balcony, our extended balcony on Iona. Yeah, it's just hit about 40,000 views, which is it? You're just making stuff up. It's had 30,000 views, but it has only been out for 2 days. Unless you know something I don't. You know something I don't? Well, I thought it had gone a bit more than that. But anyway, so if you haven't seen it yet, it is, some videos just go crazy, don't they? Some just don't, for whatever reason. But it's very useful if you're looking for a balcony, because it costs exactly the same as the balcony cabins next to us with a smaller balcony. It was just all a matter of finding that cabin and finding it on the deck plans. 32,000. 32. Which we're absolutely over the moon. We are. So that's brilliant. So pause on the Odyssey of the Seas. I did sailing towards. I did love your comment earlier, Paul. Actually, when you were on there, I didn't want to respond because I gotta be honest, I was a little bit jealous. But I did love your post. I don't know if you noticed or not, but yes, have a fabulous cruise.
Yeah. Jerry's asking, hi Jerry, question for Paul. If woodpecker side the only choice on a cruise, would you partake?
No.
Too sweet for you, isn't it?
It's too sweet. My default setting, if they haven't got the cider choice, I'm very, very fussy when it comes to cider. And I know that sounds odd. I do find I'll try anything, but I know what woodpeckers like. It's like on P&O, they do Thatcher's Gold and they do Aspals or Aspinall or something, which looks almost a bit champagne-y bottle type stuff. My dad and my sister, when we were on there, they were drinking it. They thought it was fabulous. I couldn't drink it. It was just didn't do it for me at all. But I don't. Thatcher's Gold will always be my number one choice. I don't mind Thatcher's Haze. Magners isn't too bad, and I do like Boomers. But Woodpecker is very reminiscent of the Angry Orchard, which is an American cider, which you'll get on the majority of the American cruise lines like Carnival and Holland America. And
I used to like Woodpecker behind the Village Hall.
Yeah.
Oh, anyway, Life in the Parks is here. Hi there, 30,000. Yes, we're chuffed to bits with that. So thank you very much. So if you haven't watched it already, go and check it out.
Yes.
So let's see. Emma's here. So nice to see Emma. Hello. Love that balcony. It was huge. Yeah. The balcony was so big we had a party on it. We invited everyone round.
Everybody on the ship we had on there.
We had about 12 of us out there. It was great. Yeah. So lovely to see you. And lots of people are saying my nan liked bread and butter with sugar sprinkled on it.
Wow.
So let's see. So Susan Hartley, hi Susan. That's the ladies we met in the lady we met in Bergen, wasn't it? We bumped into you on the bit by the water. I mean, there's lots of water in Bergen, isn't there? But you know what I mean. Anyway.
Well, there had to be some water, otherwise we wouldn't have been on a cruise, would we?
We're on the Cum to back-to-back 14th of July. That's my birthday. One night in Southampton before. Have you ever stayed at Holiday Inn in the port? Yes, we have, and yes, it's very good. We like it there, don't we?
The Holiday Inn, especially, I have said this before, and they do great deals on parking if you are staying for a minimum of a week. It works out as a good deal.
Yeah.
What I always find with the Holiday Inn is when you look at, because obviously it's opposite side the road to the Leonardo, and the Leonardo with all his glass sort of pyramid on the front looks spectacular, and the Holiday Inn always looks a bit sad, but it's substantially better on the inside than it is on the outside.
Yeah.
So if you drove past, you think, oh my God, I bet that's bloody dreadful in there, but it's not. And well, this is how impressive it was the last time we stayed there. We got to our room, I didn't say cabin now, turning into. We got to our room, and after we'd been there 10 minutes, our phone rang and it was reception, and which I thought was a lovely touch. Said, "Oh, everything all right with your room?" And Carol's like, "Yeah, it's fabulous. Has this had a refurb recently?" And she was like, "No, about 18 months ago."
Yeah,
but it looked brand new. So yeah, I can't say enough good things about the Holiday Inn.
And if you go to our website and just Google Paul and Carole Love to Travel Southampton, a post will come up, and it's got all the hotels that we've stayed at, Holiday Inn being one of them. So you can have a look at all the room tours.
Yeah.
And we've got a playlist of all our hotel reviews on our YouTube channel. So let's have a look. Lots and lots of questions coming in. So let's see. So Christine's asking, we have a Fred cruise booked to go very soon. A nurse like you, Carole. I've just retired after 47 years. Oh, fair play, 47. And I had it was bizarre actually, because March was my time. Every year as a qualified nurse, you have to revalidate. And you have to pay the nursing and midwifery council to keep you on the register so that you can practice. And it came to pay my money, yearly money that we had to pay to stay on the register. And Paul said, "What are you going to do?" And I said, "Oh, just cancel it, because I haven't worked. I'll have been 2 years in July. I did join the bank, and I thought I might do some bank shifts, but I never did. And I'm having too much fun doing this, YouTube, and going on holiday and stuff. So it was a bit weird. So March, the direct debits stopped, And so I'm now no longer a nurse, and I've been a nurse since I was 18. And I thought, would I get emotional about it and think, oh my gosh? But you know what?
Not in the least.
Not in the least.
Not even.
So I'm very proud of my nursing career,
Yeah.
but I'm really glad about this chapter of my life now of I'm having all this fun. So Christine, I hope you've got lots of things planned and have fun too, because you deserve it.
Most
and
definitely.
You want to do something really special. Where should you go? So many places. Where do you start? If you're thinking of Europe, I definitely think about Greece and the Adriatic. We had a fantastic time in Italy, didn't we, Paulie? If you're thinking of further afield, Caribbean cruise is lovely. If you want lots of beach time, if you want lots of sunshine, if you want something cold, go and see the Northern Lights. If you want something hot, go to the Canaries, isn't it? There's so many lovely places to go. So the world's your oyster now. So if you can narrow it down, we can give you some more specifics.
The world's your lobster, lobster, Rodney. As Dalboy said.
Exactly. So let's just scroll back up to there where we were. So we've got Officer asking, what's the best sandwich you've had on a cruise? Oh.
Tell you what, I'll tell you where I had some fantastic. Well, I'd be interested if we say the same thing. If it's not burger related, because I wouldn't class that as a sandwich. Celebrity Beyond have got a fantastic little sort of cafe just before you get to.
Well, it's in Eden.
It's in the as you get into the place called Eden on the Celebrity Beyond, and they do salads. And they do sandwiches.
Yeah.
And they do all like hot carved meat sandwiches, and they'll toast them for you.
Yeah.
And I would probably say that's one of
that's what I was going to say.
That takes some beating.
Well, it was just fabulous. Yeah. So that would be Celebrity Beyond Eden Cafe. So Sweet Nature's here, and also Christine's in rainy Norfolk. Oh, so it's raining over that side of the country then. So Rob's asking, do you or your viewers have any suggestions regarding best Japan itinerary and cruise line? We are looking at doing an Asia trip next March, isn't it? And we want to do some land-based and some cruising. I know that Princess, I think it's Diamond Princess. I think I'm sure Emma did Diamond Princess. And they do a very good itinerary around Japan. I know Holland America do some really good itineraries around Japan too. And I'm pretty sure Celebrity do too. So we're still in the planning stage of doing a bit of a sort of a couple of months in Asia, aren't we? Yeah. So we're playing with all different ideas. But Japan, that is one of the places I've always wanted to go because it just looks so interesting and so different. Sweet Nature, so they're up for the group cruise. Excellent. Maureen's asking any news on the merchandise. Well, actually, today we've been working with a lady looking at just reinventing a logo.
Can I just interrupt, Carole? That question couldn't be any more apt because Carol's literally just had an alert go on her phone. And it's a lady who's looking at sorting a logo out for us, and she sent us something through today, which we really liked. And we asked her just to make a couple of changes. She's just sent it through. Yeah. So we can't even look at it.
No, we can't. But we're very excited because you've done a fab job. Yeah. So so thank you, Nicola, for that. That's awesome. Keith and Jana are in Basel at the moment, boarding Tui Isla tomorrow. Very excited. We watched your video on Isla. Keith and Jan from sunny Spain. Enjoy.
Well, haven't you got a former school friend that lives in Basel?
I do, Dean. Yeah, lives in Basel, but this is Keith and Jan.
Yeah, I know, but I was just trying to, put a link in.
Okay. We loved our Tui River cruise, so have a fabulous time. Enjoy, and hope the sun is shining there.
Tottenham also had a really rubbish manager that came from Basel.
Who was that?
What was his name? Christian Gross. Remember him with the bald head?
Oh, yeah, I do.
Yeah.
I do.
Arsenal got Arsene Wenger. We got Christian Gross. It worked out a lot better for Arsenal.
Right. Barbara's asking, do you lock your luggage when you drop them at check-in, or do you have to leave them open? We always lock our luggage. Always lock it.
I mean, I don't want to... The problem is, if there's something in your case and they want it, they're going to get it. It doesn't matter if it's encased in steel. But we always lock it. We always try and make it a bit more difficult for them. Yeah. But it's not a requirement to leave it open.
No. So good afternoon from Paws in the Caribbean on Odyssey of the Seas. Yeah. And Ray and Joe Travers are here from Dunedin, New Zealand. This is mad, isn't it? Tina's definitely up for a group cruise. And Andy and Carole said the group cruise so it's perfect. Yes. Oh, excellent. So that's good.
Oh, 60th birthday, actually 2025. Oh, no, I got all excited then. And my 60th birthday's next year.
Your next year, yeah.
No plans.
And mine's the year after.
Might just have a quiet weekend away on my own.
Barbara's asked, have you ever joined a world cruise for just a leg? Doom and Queen Victoria in February. No, we haven't, but we'd love to. There's some really good itineraries on the parts of the world cruise, so like a repositioning cruise, which we'd love to do one day. Cunard, we haven't got anything booked with Cunard until next year now, have we? With old Queenie Anne. We're on Queenie Anne. What's the matter? Why are you shaking your head?
Because we're going on Cunard in August on a transatlantic.
Oh, yeah, we are. Oh my God!
She says
brain fog.
She says that I don't pay attention.
All those ladies out there know I'm at that funny age, and it's called brain fog, isn't it?
It's because it's for my birthday. She forgot all about it.
Kate and Dave saying sounds like a good party. Yes, hope so. So let's have a look. Philip has just joined late again. Kevin B's here as well. So nice to see you. See you, Innocence Bros. Broadcast group because you're the Caribbean. Who's with me? See, it's really difficult, isn't it? Because you can't please everyone. And we just thought if we start at our own port, then if it goes well, then definitely we'll be doing one on the other side of the pond.
Yeah, if it goes well, we'll do another one. But we're thinking we need to start
small.
Start small. Can I just somebody said something about to my mum?
To your mum?
Warren Wolf. I raised Mr. Newcastle to your.
Oh, yes. We talked about that the other week, didn't we? Your mum loved.
That was her favourite.
Oh, thank you, Warren.
Yeah, that's lovely.
Appreciate that.
So back to the group cruise. We want to just do something that's as logistically simple as possible for our first one. And obviously what we want to do is try and incorporate some stuff where we can have some get-togethers and all that if it's at all possible.
Yeah.
And then once we get our heads around that, then who knows? We could have a group cruise every year for the next 50 years.
50?
Yeah.
Look at all the cruises John's got booked. Lots of P&O.
Well, he's got his own shop and he can afford it.
Yeah, Darren Bissett. Yeah, if you're interested in booking that, then if you book through one of our links on our website, then that would be a great.
Very much appreciated.
Garth's asking when's our next cruise. Our next cruise is Morella Voyager in June, but we are away next week, so that's exciting, isn't it? Let's keep going. Where are we on? Question. Rachel's asking, either Rachel, would you recommend taking, is this Rachel that we met at the show? Because she said, hi, I'm Rachel Jones. I can't see the photo. If it is, we met you at the show the weekend, didn't we? So if it's not you, hello, Rachel, anyway.
Well, if you read the rest of the question, was lovely meeting you
at the Overlander show.
I'll tell you what.
Oh, my God.
She can't speak. She can't read.
I read the first bit.
Yeah, and then she lost interest.
So it was, yes, lovely to have a chat with you. So
this is what I can tell you. On about 3, it depends what their interests are, obviously, but on about 3 of our 5 or 6 Cunard cruises we've done, there's been the same family with the same twin girls who I would say that the first time we encountered them, they were maybe 11 or 12, and now they're 3 or 4 years older, but we've seen them on 3 different cruises. Yeah. And they always seem to be having a fabulous time, don't they? There's not really kids clubs and stuff like that, but
I wouldn't personally. No. I think there's far better cruise lines that would keep teenagers occupied. If they love sitting and reading and watching dancing or that sort of thing, but I don't think Cunard is.
Oh no, but it would that wouldn't be my first choice, definitely. But if you're saying,
I think Royal Caribbean, Norwegian cruise line looks great for kids. I think even P&O. Depends how old they are.
Teenager.
Yeah, but that could be anything from
13 to
Well, 11 to 16.
I don't think 11's a teenager, is it, Annie?
What do you call 11-year-old then?
Well, when you're a teenager, it's got teen on the end of it. That's the clue. 11 teen, 12 teen, 47 teen.
Anyway, Amanda's here from sunny Blackpool. Breezy but sunny. So nice to see you, Amanda. We love chatting in our... If you want to chat to us more regularly, just not once a week, we've got obviously our Patreon and YouTube members, and Amanda's one of them. And we've got a Discord chat, which is one of our favourite places to be. That everyone, all our members, we chat there, and we chat every day about something. So if you do want to join us, then the details are in the description below. But we do have some fun in there. So so we've gone through that. Where are we? We've got the lawnmower. So Jet's asking, Paul, you're not drinking wine, no cider tonight. No drinks tonight. We're away next week, aren't we? So we're saving our livers for for a few beers next week. We did like Cardiff. Peter's saying it's my home city. Cardiff's fun.
We love Cardiff. Yeah, it's fabulous.
It's easy from here normally, just an hour on the train. They were saying that when we did go to Cardiff, there was a landslide at Lydney, wasn't there? So we had to, it was a bit more complicated. And Cheryl's from Guadalajara, Mexico. Love the idea.
Nice one.
Yeah.
I like that.
Guadalajara, don't say it right.
Yeah.
So, and you love the idea of a departure from Southampton. It looks like where are we? Go back down here. So Barbara. So thank you, Barbara. Just become a YouTube member. So if you do want to do that, just press the join button like Barbara's done. You can join us in our Discord chat. I'll send you the details over, Barbara, and or go to see our Patreon. So yeah, Kirsty's saying, I think 11, 12 years are known as teens. Oh, tweens nowadays. Oh.
My teenage son's 28.
He is, yeah, he is. So let's have a look. Emma's just saying, give us a thumbs up. So yeah, if you like this video, please do. That'll be great.
Oh, sorry, I thought you meant me.
So, and people are just talking about obviously Southampton. Yeah. Scott is just saying, great question. Just booked holiday in for July with 50 nights parking. See, that's really good, isn't it?
Yeah,
190 quid, because CPS parking's gone crazy in Southampton. I don't do Premier and Cruise parking, but yeah. So that's really good.
I'll bet you a week's parking with ABP or CPS.
CPS we use, don't we?
It's about £140 a week.
Yeah.
So you saved yourself probably 70 or 80 quid. And you've got a free night at a hotel.
Yeah, exactly.
And what they do as well is, if you park in there, that includes all your transfers as well. So they'll put you in a taxi to the cruise port where your ship's going from, because there could be several. And then they give you a number to phone. And as soon as you're outside, you ring, and they come straight back and pick you up and take you back to the hotel.
Exactly.
It's fabulous.
Emma's just put the dream is that you get a Thatcher sponsorship and Emma gets Pepsi. Yeah, true.
Oh, that would be the dream. I saw somebody mention GL cider then. Now, GL cider, it was down a bit. So if it's a cider, yeah, Keith Davis.
Ah, okay. Keith's asking her about GL cider.
And I think Keith is, I think he's local, isn't he? I'm sure we spoke to Keith before. GL cider was when Carole was drinking her woodpecker, when she was about 14 behind the bike shed, I would have been drinking...
The bike shed?
Well, a village hall or whatever it was.
Or at the oak tree.
I would have been drinking GL cider. So very local to the sort of Forest Dean, Gloucestershire area. Yeah. But I believe they still do it. I haven't seen it for years, but yeah, they do. But again, it's not a sweet. Yeah, I'll have to try one if I see it.
Because that's quite dry, isn't it, GL?
Yeah.
Head to Southampton tomorrow is Danny, so have a great time. So Bob's saying, my shot at top of the food chart, peanut butter sandwich with bacon and green grapes. Oh, it was nasty. Why on earth would you put grapes in there?
You have to put something on there that's nice, not like something that's disgusting.
Tony's just booked Sun Princess and Cabernet in Backyard on Iona. So, right, yeah, cannot wait. Oh, enjoy.
Nice.
Yes. So, hello, Paul and Carole, two men in a boat. We're big fans of your channel. Thank you so much. Would you say with the pros and cons of an aft cabin compared to a side cabin?
Well, straight the I'm going to field a question for a change. An aft cabin, the downsides are you'll feel more movement
and vibration.
Oh, I'll tell you something. She's like a ventriloquist, and she was drinking water, and she still interrupted me. You'll feel more movement and interruption, and you might get some soot from the chimmuck, or the chimney, or the funnel, whichever you like to call it, because obviously it goes backwards. But you do get some fabulous wake views, which are the best views on the ship. So
they do.
It depends on your itinerary. We had an aft balcony on one of the Princess ships you went on, but it was Norway. Was it Norway?
Yeah.
And it was
no, it wasn't. It was a staycation.
Norway. It was okay, but it was fabulous. We thoroughly enjoyed that.
We've had quite a few now.
Yeah. But on the Azamara, because it was the ship's only a tiddler, we did feel a lot of movement, and there was a lot of vibration, and there was a lot of soot. If
you're get seasick, I wouldn't recommend an aft cabin. If you love aft views, then aft views are amazing. We like to mix it up because I do like taking footage and sitting on a cabin that's looking forward, so you see the whole ship. So it's pros and cons. If you're on a really big ship and you're in an aft cabin, it's a long walk to everywhere, but we actually quite like that because it gets our steps up. But people with mobility issues, it can be quite difficult and a long way to walk. So we love an aft cabin, don't we? On a bigger ship.
On a bigger ship.
So yeah.
And Ken's going for another strange sandwich from his grandfather.
My grandfather's very fond of beef tomato sandwiches with sugar on.
Ooh. Now, did that all come about because he thought that the sugar was salt, and then once he'd realised the error of his way, he just thought, I'm going to run with it anyway? Who knows?
Life in the Park, stay at Leonardo. There's lots of good hotels in Southampton. And Rhonda's here. So hi, Rhonda. Basically, I'm staying at Holiday Inn in October. Yeah. Reese is asking, will we do a Disney cruise? No. I don't think if we exhausted all the other lines and it was a bargain, then yes. But otherwise,
it wouldn't matter even if we had exhausted all the other lines. If it was a bargain, we would. But the general consensus is they're never a bargain because they're always pretty well subscribed. So I just think, I know that there's lots of stuff we've seen. I know Emma's done one, Gary's done one, and we've seen what they say. There's still loads of stuff for the adults to do, but I think the thought of thousands of screaming children, just, oh my God.
It's not on our radar, is it? John's asking, how and when did you make the choice to do cruise vlogging?
Well, what it was, John, it's about sort of 6 or 7 years ago, and I thought to myself, I'm having a lot of peace and quiet and tranquility in my life, and life's going along swimmingly. And then Carole decided she was going to start cruise vlogging, and it was just like I haven't had a day's peace since.
I wanted to plan when I retired as a nurse, so I started, and we've always travelled a lot. And I was always researching on the internet and different websites. And I thought, gosh, there's lots of information out there. I need a hobby when I retire. I'm going to start a website to put my travel or our travel sort of stories on there. And it started with that. And it's sort of naturally grown into having a YouTube channel. And it's sort of gone on from there, hasn't it? Yeah. So best decision I ever made, because we wouldn't be doing this with all these amazing people that we're chatting to every day. We've met some fantastic people on our travels. And since I retired, it's just gone so quick. And I'm busy every day. And I was worried because I see a lot of people retire from nursing that didn't have any direction. And were saying it was the worst thing they did was retire because they're bored. And I thought, well, I just need something to keep me occupied and keep us occupied.
So can I just interject there? So you're saying it was the best decision you ever made? So not
apart from marrying Pauline Morgan.
Oh my God, I can't even believe you said it out loud.
And Sean's asking, with your channel, what's your goal?
We want to be the first channel to have 1 million subscribers.
There's lots of channels that have got
our goal. Anybody who says, oh, we don't care about subscribers or views and all this, they're all a load of fibbers, because anybody who does that yes, it's a flattery thing, but when you put something out, it's like we've just put that piano cabin out, and it's, by our standards, it's done very, very well, and it makes you feel good about.
It's motivating.
It's motivating. Carole works incredibly hard editing all the videos, like that Azamara thing, which obviously our last episode's out. Well, honestly, when I go, because basically, long story short, Carole sits down, she puts all the stuff together. It starts off, it's like an hour and a half long, and then she chops stuff out, and then there might be some voiceovers for me to do, and then we watch it through. But this Azamara one, which we've said in the past, we'll never ever do a blog series again where it's like that sort of situation. It's
more than a week.
It's going to be a week, absolutely 10 days at the most. We'll never do one as long as that again, because it just seems like, I mean, we're in April.
I know, and we came off of January.
And we're on episode 700.
No,
but it's
last episode out tomorrow. It's a good one. All about Sydney.
Carole puts loads of work in, and getting some decent views on stuff makes it feel like all her hard work is worthwhile. But
going back to
our goal is in 5 years' time, if Sean, you're still getting here 3/4 an hour early for our lives, that would be one of my goals, because I'll be over the moon. Because if we still got 200 and odd people still watching us in 5 years' time on our lives, that would be fabulous.
Yeah, I think we have like mini goals. It's like at the moment we're just on 17,000 subscribers. If we could hit 20, that would be brilliant. Like you say, when a video goes out, we think, oh, in the first day, if it could hit this amount. So it's all sort of mini goals, and it just sort of builds. But I think one of the best things that's ever come out of this is the community and the people that we've met. So even if our channel didn't grow anything more as this, we would be just so thankful that we've our life is just so lovely, and it's full of fun, and because of the people that we meet, Paulie, isn't it?
Emma's responsible for this, because she kept on to us, why you need to be doing a live, and we didn't want to do it, and we were worried about tech, and the irony was we haven't had any issues at all with tech until last week. But this is my favorite time of the week, is when we sit down with you lot for an hour, chatting a load of rubbish, putting sugar on tomatoes and eating Angel's Delight. It's fabulous, and the hour absolutely flies.
Well, it is, because it's 47 minutes gone already. Paul's asking, love your videos. What's your favourite place you've visited? So many, aren't there?
Some of the places in Australia was amazing, I have to say. You go to places like in Europe, like a Cinque Terre.
Yeah,
where'd that come from? Yeah, that's quite spectacular. But some of the beaches and the colours of the ocean around Australia was absolutely mind-boggling. And obviously, Petra, which we were talking about earlier, is.
I love Greece. I'd love just to go for a week's holiday in Corfu. We used to always do that, didn't we? Nearly every year we go, and I want to start doing sort of little bits and bobs like that too. Grace is so Mum's 60th. There you are, then, Grace. So it'd be lovely to meet at last.
She'll be just a youngster, Grace, because I'll be 61 then. Or not quite.
And Claire's saying love a group cruise from Southampton. Yes. So let's see, because time's are ticking. Let's have a...
I'll tell you what, though. We're going to have to book our...
Dick's here. So he's late again.
We'll have to book our holiday in early for the group cruise, because obviously we've told everybody to book there. It'd be bloody terrible.
To get in first.
We can't get in ourselves.
So...
Hello to the Paul and Carole show.
Emma says, look, she'll come on your PNC's 110th birthday cruise. That's not going to be much fun, is it?
We need 600 accessible cabins. And there'll be so many mobility scooters on the ship a sink.
Exactly. I'll say in a bit, we've talked just about half cabins, so hopefully you'll have seen that. So Clinton's in Nevada. He gets about, doesn't he?
He does. In his big truck.
Yes. Grace has got her Apple Tango. It was a picture on Twitter she put that she was watching this when you had your cider the other day. Red Beet Egg saying, love your show. Thank you so much. So let's have a look. So Anita's asking, thanks for the extended balcony video. Are they similar to those on Arvia as with one of those booked from Med Cruise? Presume that there are. I haven't actually looked at the Arvia deck plans, but it's the same shape, isn't it, as Iona? So I would presume so. Yeah. But just check out the deck plans and you'll see the sticky out bits. So,
and that's what they're called. It's on the deck plan. It will say sticky out bets.
Yeah.
Narrow going to.
Andrew's saying she's cruised by 920 done, loves Cunard. We love Cunard. It's such a traditional, lovely experience. And fun, isn't it? They have some really good entertainment in the pub and stuff. Millie's asking, when are we going on the Queen Anne? We're on the maiden voyage, which is the...
It's the same time as the
Electric Sunsets. It's about the 3rd of May.
Yeah,
because we can't do the Electric Sunsets.
No, I know there was some stuff on the socials with Queen Anne having her funnel put on.
Yes, she's got her new funnel.
So hopefully it'll all be... Obviously, they've already put it back because it's supposed to be in January. So
hope they don't put it back again. But then we could go on Electric Sunsets. Pros and cons, isn't there? Yes, and brain fog. Millie's got brain fog too. So
Carol's got a fog horn. I don't know about brain fog.
Me also asking, when you pack your trip, do you leave a little loose in case you buy anything on trips? I'm getting better at packing, aren't I, Paulie? I always take too much.
She always takes too much. We'll have everything. The suitcase will be fairly full, and then Carol. And what we do, we got like a wooden curtain rod in our bedroom, and we hang like the items that are going to crease up on there, and they're always sort of lastminute.com. And I look, and I'm thinking, oh, that doesn't look too bad. So get a few little spaces in there, and then Carol says, oh, I got to get that in yet, and she points up to the curtain pole, and there's about 75 dresses on there. 97 cardigans.
No, I got better with that. Andrew's just saying also about included QA maiden iron. Look, lovely ships for word service. That's the risk you take with a maiden cruise.
Well, it is, and we're already... I mean, the thumbnail is almost going to write itself. Is a maiden cruise worth it? Because we're going to find out.
Yeah. I think you have to go with an open mind with a maiden to know that some things may not be open, some things may not be running as they should be. So I think, and you have to be patient with staff because they may well be new to the ship. Not that we're not ever not patient with staff, but so I think you have to go with realistic expectations. You can't go on the first cruise of a new ship and expect it to be running smoothly. And
the dark thing is you have to pay extra for the pleasure because obviously our first ever maiden is coming up quite soon, which is
Morella Voyager.
So that'll be our first time we've ever gone on a maiden.
So saw your video with the Canucks. We enjoyed watching it. Thank you. Yeah, Cruise and Canucks are great. And if you don't follow them, make sure you do. We had such good fun with them, didn't we? Well, we're cruising again with them. We've got some plans, so that'll be great. So Rachel's asking, is it worth taking our lanyards with us for the cruise cards on MSC on Monday? Yes. I don't know if MSC don't have we haven't done Virtuosa for a couple of years, but I would take them anyway because they still had cards, didn't they? Let us know in the comments who's recently been on MSC so we can make sure that Rachel gets the right answer to that.
Keith down too.
Oh, yeah. Tina's saying, did you catch the Thatcher's fan?
Oh.
We put it, if you follow us on Instagram, or if you don't, please do, because we probably put some stories up there, and we were actually going into town. You dropped me off at the hairdressers, weren't you? And we were right behind the Thatchers, and Paul was so excited, and it was only a van.
I followed it for 75 miles. Didn't even know where it was going. It's probably a maintenance van.
Yes, so Keith's Blakeney, Paul's Blakeney boy.
Blakeney boy as well.
Yeah. And I was asking, have you tried Cornish Rattler cider?
I have. Many years ago, well, not many years ago, my little boy grandparents used to live in Padstow in Cornwall, and he bought me some cider back, and it was 2 pint bottles and like a sort of a 3/4 pint bottle, and it was in the summer, and I had them all in the fridge, all lovely. Thought, right, I'm gonna go and sit in the garden and drink those bottles of cider. So bearing in mind, it was less than 3 pints of cider. Cornish Rattler was one of them. I can't remember what the other two was, but Cornish Rattler was one of them. After I drank these 2 3/4 pints of cider, I didn't even know what my own name was. So I'm very wary of Cornish cider. So always read the label. Because Thatcher's Gold is probably 4.5%. You'll get some Cornishy type stuff, and it's like 8, 9, 9.5. It's a sort of like what's the special brew,
Oh,
like
God.
it's like the cider equivalent of special brew.
Dick's asking, have you ever been on a cruise that is a combo of traveling? A cruise that stops at port has a rail adventure for days, or something similar.
Oh, I'll tell you what, Dick. If you ask that question in about 2 months' time,
we'll say
we'll
yes,
be able to say yes.
Because we've got a very exciting adventure coming up in July.
But not at the moment.
No.
But not long now.
Christine's asking, when you were with the Canucks, did you enjoy them with the 3 or 4 appetizers per meal? They do, don't they? They do enjoy their appetizers.
They do. They seem to have. They get all excited about the app. We wouldn't even dream of it. So it's like, oh, to start, I'll have the prawns, and I'll have the so and so, and I'll have the so and so, and the so.
But yes. Scott said, look, taking tips from Gareth Oliver, ventriloquist.
Oh my God,
he was so good on P&O.
He was fantastic.
He just had us in hysterics. If you ever see Gareth Oliver on a program on any of your cruises, because he does quite a few cruise lines, doesn't he? Make sure you go and see him, because he's really good. So Tracy B says, yeah, that's a good point. Very little wind on the aft, is there, boy?
Oh, I'll tell you something. You're just making it too easy for me. It depends who you're sharing your cabin with.
Yeah. And Carole says she loves them. So let me see, Carole. You mentioned the toggle, didn't you? That's
dongle.
Dongle. That's it. Carole. So
Carole was
must
asking
questions
questions,
and I need more information.
Yeah, she was asking questions about my dongle.
I know I was.
I didn't even know that. Well, I haven't got one, as it turned out.
So let's see.
Oh, John Lewis said he wished he had the money.
That the name came with, John Lewis.
Well, so my next question would have been, John, can you give us like a sneak peek at the Christmas advert? But
exactly. I do look John Lewis stuff, but our toilet roll holders from John Lewis. Random fact. Oh dear. And Kate and Dave said we're staying the holiday next Thursday, and it was great. We like it there, don't we, Paulie? That's our first sort of go-to now, really. Just because of the parking as well. Lindsay likes tomato sauce sandwiches. She had one out for our wedding breakfast. Tomato sauce. I love tomato sauce.
One of my, well, it's not a pet hate. I can live with it. But I'm going to start off a tangent now. I put my sauce. So if I'm having mayonnaise or tomato sauce or brown sauce or whatever the sauce might be, I put the sauce on my food. Whereas Carole,
I'm a dipper,
treats her plate to the sauce. So she'll put a humongous blob of tomato sauce on there, which is enough for 40 bags of chips. And then when she's finished her meal, there's still enough there for another 5 meals, which then goes in the bin. And I always say to her, like starving children around the world, and they'd love to have that tomato sauce or whatever. But, but so do you put it on? Are you a dipper like Carole, or do you put it on your meal?
Cruise Boys here. Hi, guys. They've just been on Explorer, which looked amazing, in Yacht Club. So looking forward to hearing all about that. Yacht Club.
Well, not Explorer, though, was it?
It was the MSC Europa.
I'm going to say.
Sorry. Sure, it was Europa. Grace is a dipper too, look. Yes.
I've started something now.
Yes.
Everyone's going to make
Thank you, Grace.
Everyone's going to make
dippers are the best.
Goddamn banana head, aren't they?
So, Fraser's here. Hi, Fraser. If you're not following Fraser is cruise ship hopping all around the world. So make sure you do. So great to see you here. Everyone's saying hello to Fraser. So thank you for, yes, World Europa. So, and Cruise Boys are saying, can you party with us on your... Yes, you can. We've got a balcony, haven't we?
No, we've got an inside on Queen Anne. Sorry, boys. Of course, you're always welcome.
And Rhonda's got a sticky out bit for Hawaii next year.
Oh, can't be a sticky out bit.
Yes. So we're getting to the end. We've got a couple of minutes. So let's talk about Cunard food. Yeah, the pub food. If you're going on a Cunard cruise, rather than fighting to get into the buffet, go to the pub when you get on, because the food's really good. They had a cauliflower pie, didn't they? Well, which was delicious.
Scotters is definitely a man after my own heart, but I hadn't had a steak and kidney pudding from our friends from abroad. They probably thinking, what the hell is this man on about? but it's made, rather than be pastry, it's made of suet, and it almost looks like a sandcastle's been made, and then you tip it out. And I had a steak and kidney suet pudding in the pub, and it was off the chain spectacular. But I do love pies.
Yeah. Asia's curiosity saying, with regards to your channel, do you watch the competition? Do you find that you learn from them more? We don't regard other channels as competition, no. And I think we regard them as, yes, we do watch other people's videos from time to time. Finding the time's hard. On my watch list is so long, isn't it? Our watch list to watch, because everyone does things differently, and you can always learn from each other. And I think it's not about the competition. I think everyone has got great content to share. So if we all work together as a community and help each other out and share ideas, etc., totally. then I think it's for the best for the community. Yeah. So some people are more helpful than others, yes. And some people don't like to share things, and that's fine.
We don't like sharing.
We get lots of.
We love sharing anything at all apart from my food.
Yes.
But no, it's not a competition. I suppose they are competitors, but a very wise lady called Emma Cruises says there's no finish line to blogging.
Yeah.
It's not a race.
Yeah.
So just do what you're doing. Be yourself. Be honest to yourself. There's tons of fakes out there which you can spot from a million miles away. Hopefully, we don't fall into that category because we just tell it how it is.
I think Gary Benbridge and Emma Cruises are two of the most successful vlogs on the planet, and they always got time for everyone. And I think if we grow and grow, then we will always be there and be that type of person, because that's what makes this community great. I've just seen Sandra's woke up. Hey, Sandra. Sandra was one of our lovely subscribers that we met in Melbourne, which I'm just about to start, Sandra, putting that vlog together. Sydney's out tomorrow, so great to see you here.
I can't imagine if you woke up, Sandra, and you got us on a big telly. That must have been like some sort of bloody nightmare. What's that?
We had such good fun. I'd love to cruise with Sandra one day. But we're just at the other ends of the world, aren't we? But it's the times are ticking. But thank you. Sorry, Sandra, you've just come and we're heading
off. As you come on here, Sandra, we're going. Baby, thanks.
No. Thanks again for a great hour. So next week we are flying to the desert next week. So we will be doing our live on Tuesday at 7 p.m. So if you're around Tuesday, I've already scheduled one. So just put yourself a reminder, click the notifications button so you don't forget, and we will see you then.
Yes,
and whatever you're up to this weekend, have a good one, because we've got a nice quiet one at home, haven't we? No.
I've never got a quiet one at home. I know what it'll be. I'll get up Saturday morning.
He's got a lawnmower to put together.
I'll have a lawnmower to put together. So, I mean, that's going to be like...
That'll take him
That'll take me
3
about
days.
six months, I would have thought. But yeah, anyway, we're digressing.
Yes.
Thank you all, one and all, for watching.
Yes.
It makes our week.
Yes.
Stay safe.
Yes.
And all have a good one.
Yes. Take care, all, and we'll speak to you soon. Bye-bye.
I even know where my thumb is now.
Yeah, you do. Cheers, all.
Bye-bye.